Earlier I showed you some registration cards in your baskets, and if you'd like to take those out, we're going to give away a couple of Cheri's books. But more than that, I'd ask you if there is something specific.
Can we do something other than a drawing?
You can do anything you want, Cheri.
Because you know what? Can we do something other than a drawing? We'll give her the book to whoever can answer this question. And I said the answer to the question in the talk. Okay? So when I prayed to God about telling this story, why is it that I started telling the story? Do you remember? What?
Why you told this story? Was to show the revelation of God.
So the vindication of God.
Yeah.
So she gets the first one.
You get the book. Okay.
Did you already have one?
No.
Oh.
But the other thing I'd like for you to do with these, if there is something specific that we can pray for you about this weekend, Cheri, Brad, the Experience family, anything, if you want it to be anonymous, just write that on there as well. But we would love to pray for you as you're on whatever it is that God has you here for. I believe that this weekend Satan has been trying to undermine for a while. As I've seen what's going on in my own life, that he's been trying to distract and pull away from this, which means whenever Satan tries to play those games, my wife and I, it's kind of fun, because one of us eventually wakes up, and usually it's my wife, because she's smarter than I am. And she says, I think God's about ready to do something, and Satan's a little pissed off. And I don't know if you've seen that this last week. I know I have. And we want to rise up against that. And so if there's a way we can pray for you specifically, even if it's just like, help me, that's as far as you can go, that's okay. Put it down there, because we'd like to pray for you specifically, if you can fill those out. Cheri, come back up here. I'm going to put that over there. What are we talking about tomorrow morning? What's happening tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning we're going to be talking about more of just kind of a personal journey of opening up who God is. Because I think for most of us, we come in the building or we stay away from the building because we have such a skewed view of who God is. I don't want to be a Christian if a Christian means this, or if God means this. If all of a sudden he's going to get a checklist and start doing all that kind of stuff, then I don't need that, because I've had a checklist my whole life. And what I found out is God is so not anywhere close to that. And so tomorrow morning we're going to talk about that. Can we talk about tomorrow night too?
Yes, we can.
And so tomorrow night I think is the most important of anything that I've ever said. It's all of a sudden I understood, and this was 20-something years into my recovery, what the Holy Spirit is all about. And the fact that Christ says that we cannot do recovery without an understanding of who the Holy Spirit is and what that gift is about. Because if we try to do that, we're going to do it on our own strength, and the devil will take us down over and over and over. But with the understanding of the Holy Spirit and the Holy Spirit living in us, all of a sudden we yoke up with Christ, and this recovery thing becomes easier. And I think that if you have anybody, and I mean anybody in your life that's a mess, raise your hand. Bring them. Because I think that it changed my life.
All right. Thank you very much, Cheri. And I don't know, does tomorrow morning sound good or what? So we will see you back hopefully tomorrow. Feel free to hang out. Yes. Feel free to hang out for a few minutes.